So this is your easy, quick guide to facial acupressure to help your skin look glowing and smooth and help your mind and body feel calm, healthy and relaxed. A warm welcome to this week's episode of the Face Yoga Expert podcast. My name's Danielle Collins, world leading face yoga expert. And as always, I am so happy to be here chatting to you about all things face yoga and wellness. We're going to do a very quick podcast today. I just want it to be a whistle-stop tour of Acupressure Points, how you can use them and what they are going to do for you. Now, first thing to say with facial acupressure is work to your own level with everything. Second thing to say is these aren't a substitute for medical advice. So it's really important just to always think about using these as a complement to other things that you're doing, particularly if you do have any medical conditions. The other thing to say is that acupressure is definitely part of a holistic way of looking after the face. So the Danielle Collins Face Yoga Method has 5 key areas to it. So it has the facial exercise, the facial massage, it has facial relaxation, it has well-being, which is very much about taking that holistic approach to our mind, body and soul, as well as our face. And it has the facial acupressure. So if you want the best benefits for your face, you really want to be doing all of those things. And obviously that's what we explore here on the podcast, but we also explore in all my videos on my YouTube channel and in all my courses as well. And before we dive into me talking about key acupressure points, I just want to tell you a little bit about a brand new course that I have just launched. It's called Morning, Noon and Night Facial Workouts, and I am very excited by it. It's only £31 for lifetime access. You can use it in your own time. It's all video-based learning, and you have 3 25-minute facial workouts, one that you can use in the morning, one that you can use middle of the day, and one that you can use in the evening. Now, of course, you don't need to do all 3 every day. They are designed to be just dipped into whenever it suits you, but they are very time specific. So the morning one is about helping your skin look glowing and more energized and getting rid of any build up of puffiness or toxins that are built up over the night, as well as setting intentions for your day. The middle of the day facial workout is much more about helping you to just feel really grounded in the middle of the day, but also lift and tone your face through facial exercises where you don't even have to touch your face. So hands-free exercises, plus some amazing chair yoga that you can do even if you're sat at your desk in the middle of the day. And the third workout is in the evening. So you've got loads of toning exercises, which you're really exercising your muscles, but you also have a lovely wind down there as well. So this allows you just to get ready for sleep, calm your mind through some meditation and visualization. You've also got 4 bonus tutorials in there, one using a Cancer wand tool, one using facial cups, another one showing you how to do dry facial brushing, and one using a gua sha precision tool. So I have not put these tools in any of my other courses, so I'm excited that we've got these tutorials in this course. So for £31 you are getting amazing value. I would definitely say go grab it ASAP, and it is on my website at faceyogaexpert.com. You've also got some key acupressure points in there, so as you're listening to this and watching this, if you're watching on YouTube, you don't need to remember them all, they're all in the course there. So let's dive into our acupressure points. So the first point is just between the eyebrows, really nice and easy to find. And you just would simply press that point. Now, when it comes to acupressure, I recommend pressing for around 20 to 30 seconds. That's your sort of first stop. That's the ideal way to do it. But then if you want to take it a little bit further, you can do a little massage in a circular action, doing it one way and then the other way for around 20 to 30 seconds. And then if you want to take it even further again, and this goes for all the points I'm going to talk to you about, you can just simply tap on that point with your index finger. Now, generally I use the index finger with the acupressure points. You can use any finger, you can even use the thumb, but just for ease for today, use the index finger. But today's podcast is not so much about just guiding you through exactly how to do them in real time. It's more giving you a little bit of information about how you can use them. Now, the one between the eyebrows is very good for helping reduce stress, reduce anxiety. It's very good for reducing frontal headaches. It's a good one to do if you're feeling like everything's building up on you. Perhaps you're feeling a lot of overwhelm. So very much rooted in those emotions. And it's a very renowned point in traditional Chinese medicine. It's used a lot in Ayurveda as well. It's used a little bit in Shiatsu too. It's used in Dien Chan, which is very much rooted in Vietnamese philosophy. So actually it's drawn from the East, but from a whole variety of philosophies. And generally my acupressure points that I use and points that I teach are a fusion from a few different Eastern traditions and philosophies. So the point between the eyebrows is of course great for those emotions, but it's also very good aesthetically. So if you suffer from particularly number 11 lines, so those two vertical lines that you can get between the eyebrows, pressing, massaging or tapping this point can help to reduce those. So how does it do this? Well, firstly, it does it by reducing a lot of tension in the procerus muscle. So that is your muscle between the eyebrows. And we tend to hold a lot of stress and a lot of emotion in that area. And when we're holding that stress and emotion, we pull the area in, and we do that repeatedly, maybe over many days, months, years, or even decades. And then as we naturally lose that collagen production in the skin and the elastin as well, we don't have that bounce back in the same way. So those lines are actually etched into the skin a little bit deeper than they perhaps were when we were younger. But if we're relaxing the tension in that muscle, we're not going to create those stress-related expressions as much, but B, we can start to reduce them because we are softening tension in the muscle, we are boosting the blood circulation, and we are encouraging the collagen production too. So all of these points are going to help your skin look so much better, as well as help you feel better in your mind. Okay, let's move on to another point which I really love. So the point directly above your pupils, just above your eyebrows, is another very good point for reducing things like frontal headaches, reducing stress and feelings of worry or anxiety, and also can be very good if you've been feeling a lot of eye strain as well. Now again, you can press the point, you can massage it, or you can tap it. Aesthetically, it's helping to boost the circulation around the forehead area, particularly that area above the eyebrows. It's also helping with the energy flow. So by pressing acupressure points, and this goes for any of them that I'm going to talk about today, you are helping that life force energy flow effectively. In traditional Chinese medicine, this is called qi. In yoga, we call this prana. And this life force energy flows really well around our body and our mind and our face when we are healthy and when we are balanced and when we are grounded. When things are a bit out of balance, now this can be due to stress, this can be due to not sleeping well, perhaps we've not been eating properly, maybe we're not hydrating, maybe our circulation's not working as well as it should, maybe the lymphatic drainage is not doing as well as it should, then we tend to find that the energy gets blocked or it gets stagnant, particularly in traditional Chinese medicine along the meridian line, so those energy lines. And this can show up on the face in particular as dull skin tone, different skin issues and conditions, lines, wrinkles, sagginess in that area. So never underestimate the power of just pressing a point to help that energy flow. But this one above the eyebrows is a great go-to point, particularly if you are using a computer or you feel as though a headache may be coming on. Okay, next acupressure point I want to share with you today is your temple area. So either side of your eyebrows, you should feel a little indentation there. And as you press that point or massage that point or tap that point, you're having lots of benefits. Very good for reducing headaches and migraines. Very good for helping to calm the mind and the body. And I always call it the intuitive point, because intuitively, even if you know nothing about face yoga, nothing about acupressure, massaging your temples is something which you intuitively do if you feel a little bit stressed or you feel as though a headache's coming on. And again, it's a very renowned point in many Eastern philosophies of helping things like stress or worry and anxiety. We're also aesthetically having benefits because we are working with the circulation, particularly around the side of the face and even at the edge of the eye area. So it's going to help to brighten that whole area. Okay, so let's move on a little bit quicker today because I've given you a real basis of what acupressure does, so we can actually go through the other points a little bit quicker now. So another point which is really beneficial is just on the corners of your eyes, so literally right on the outer corners, and you just simply press there with your index fingers. This is very good aesthetically for reducing little lines or crow's feet on the outer edge of the eyes because you're working with the circulation. If you're tapping that position, and I would say with that one either press or tap, the circular massage can be a little bit strong for that very delicate skin around the eye area because it's about 10 times thinner than the skin in the rest of the face. So the pressing or the massaging, it can really help to boost that collagen production as well, so reducing lines in that area. It's also incredibly good for helping tired eyes or sore eyes and just helping your eyes to look more energized because again, you are helping that energy flow. Next point, which is great to use, directly below your pupils, just on the little bones of the eye. So you'll feel those little bones directly below your pupils and you simply press there. And again, I'd say either press or tap in that area rather than massage because of that thinner skin. Now, this is very good for aiding the lymphatic system, so helping to drain any toxins, so anything which is causing puffiness or dark circles in that area. This is such a lovely point to use. Also great if you want your eyes to look more energized, maybe again your eyes feel quite tired. Another good point to use if you've got eye strain, maybe you've been looking at screens for long periods of time as well. Okay, next point, we're going to go to the inner corners of the eyes. So just on the edge of your nose, you feel a little indentation in that area. And this point, I would say it's best to press or to massage in circular actions rather than to tap. Now, this point is renowned for helping with insomnia. So if you're struggling to get to sleep or if you wake up in the night, press this point, close your eyes, breathe deeply in and out through the nose for around 5 minutes, and you should get to sleep or go back to sleep much more effectively. It's another good one for eye strain and reducing stress, reducing headaches, and it can also be very beneficial for the sinuses too. Talking of sinuses, 2 other points I want to guide you through which are good for the sinuses. The first one is on the edge of the nose, just on sort of the middle of the nose, where you feel that hard bit of bone, and you're going to press either side of the nose there. You can press, you can massage, or you can tap on this one, and it helps to clear either blocked sinuses, or if you are finding you've got a lot of runny nose or a lot of mucus coming out, it's actually just helping to balance that so you're not having so much mucus come out. You can also go to the point either side of your nostrils, which is just a little natural indentation there. Very good as well for the sinuses. So I would say if you've got a cold or you've got allergies, these are 2 points to definitely use. Okay, let's do a few more points. So next one is in the cheek area. So we're going to pull the cheeks in and find where that natural indentation is. And then you're simply going to press there. So with this one, I like to either press or massage in circular actions. You can tap, but it doesn't work quite as nicely there just because there's a lot less bone in that area. So the tapping doesn't feel quite as good, but you can. but you can do that if you would like to. And this is very good for helping with the circulation around the cheeks. It's going to help to brighten the cheek area. Very good actually for releasing tension in your jaw. It's a little bit higher up, of course, it's in the middle of the cheeks, but releasing there can help with that energy flow, so it can be great for the jaw. Talking about the jaw area, let's do a few which are great for the jaw. So just underneath your ears at the top of your jawbone there, you've got a little indentation. So it's often good to feel for these indentations. That's sort of the natural point for you to use. And you're going to press into that point, and then you can massage gently in one direction and then massage directly in the other direction. So good for releasing jaw tension. I would say of all points, if you do want to release jaw tension, or you find that you get TMJ issues, then that is the point to massage. And remember, releasing jaw tension is not only good holistically and health-wise, but is also very good aesthetically as well, because when we've got jaw tension, we get a whole myriad of problems such as lines and bloating and fat accumulation. So releasing jaw tension is so important. Another one I love for the jaw, but also just helping the circulation in the lower face, is underneath the mouth. So you can just simply press there, and it's a little, again, natural indentation just on the chin, and find that indentation, press, massage or tap, and that is so good for helping the lower face just look healthier and more glowing. So I think we'll leave it at that today. That's plenty for you to be thinking about. Hopefully you've learned a little bit more about facial acupressure, which is such a key part of the 5 main areas of the Danielle Collins Face Yoga method. And if you do, of course, want to go a little bit deeper, grab my new course, Morning, Noon and Night Facial Workouts. I will put that in the show notes for you, so you can just click through the link. You can grab it at that one-off fee of £31. It's just cheaper than even getting a facial, let's face it. So actually, it's such good value, and you have it for life. You can use it as often as you like to help your face look and feel really glowing, really healthy, much smoother, and really embrace aging, but in a very positive and holistic way. Thank you so much for joining me again for this week's episode of the Face Yoga Expert podcast. See you next week.